What's up, ladies and gents? Xcatazors here, bringing you some pretty disappointing news. 402, who is the community manager for Infinity Ward, has announced that Modern Warfare 2 PC will not have dedicated servers or modding support. And by modding, I mean user-created content and not cheating, okay? Two completely different things. And quite honestly, this is one of the worst decisions I have ever seen a developer make. I'm sure some of you are saying, well, wait a minute, don't you play on console? Why do you care? And, you know, not only is this a huge slap in the face to the PC player base, you know, I also think it's a slap in the face to the console players. And, you know, I don't want to spark a heated debate between, you know, PC versus console, and mouse, keyboard versus controller. You know, that's irrelevant. I don't give a shit about that. It's that, you know, being a PC player, you know, you have a far greater amount of customization than you do on current console games. And, you know, one of the most asked for changes in Modern Warfare 2 was that people wanted to be able to customize their gun more than they were able to in COD4. You know, I agree with that change. Customization is great, right? Right. And, you know, why not go further than that? Why not be able to customize the actual game that you're playing? And, you know, no, I'm not trying to, you know, push, you know, my limb damage ideas and removal of UAV and all that stuff. You know, I wouldn't give a shit about any of that if I had a dedicated server. And I have spent quite a bit of time playing, you know, PC first-person shooters, so I will do my best to describe the benefits of having these two things. And like I said, you know, one of the benefits is having customization. You know, how fucking awesome would it be to be able to play, let's say, 7v7 domination with a 250 point ticket limit and a 5-second respawn timer? That'd be fucking awesome. I would be all over that. And on top of that, having those custom rule sets, you can pick. Oh, that's a nice voice crack. Pick your own map list. Because how often have you seen a map get voted just to be voted into a shitty map? See, any map voted in the block, or this map that I'm playing right now, knee deep. You know, I've never seen lobbies. I've never seen so many lobbies go empty so fast in World at War. It's amazing. And, you know, whenever one map gets voted into a shitty map, you know, everyone says, oh, god damn it, not this map, or, you know, tons of sighs of disappointment, you know? And, you know, you can filter out your shitty maps and put in all the good ones, like, say, Backlot, Crash, Vacant, Ambush, Crossfire. You know, those are maps I like, and I would take out maps like Wetworks, Overgrown, Countdown, Showdown. I hate those four maps. I really do, and I don't think anyone would miss them. I mean, a few of you might miss them, but you know, I think the majority will agree those maps are pretty fucking awful. But you know, anyway. You know, it doesn't have to stop there. You know, what if you want to play pistols only team deathmatch with limited respawn? Say maybe 5. You know, I think that's pretty fucking cool. You know, jeez, my voice is cracktastic today. But yeah, as it stands now, you know, we are at the mercy of what Infinity Ward deems fit to play. And you know, yeah, there are custom games, but those are private matches. They aren't open to the public, and unless you have a seriously active friends list or, you know, go through a third-party site like any gaming community or game battles or whatever, I mean, chances are you're not going to be playing very many custom games. And, you know, with dedicated servers, the options are limitless, you know? If you want to play 9v9 S&D, by all means, go ahead and fucking do it. But, you know, as it stands, we we're at the mercy of the dictator known as Infinity Ward. So yeah, dedicated servers are for the win, and on top of being able to customize the rule set that's open to the public, you also get to choose who you connect to. And I'm sure if you've played enough Call of Duty, you have been thrown in your fair share of lobbies that you have a terrible connection to. I mean, when I was playing with VZN and Silk Road, 9 times out of 10, VZN would get the host, and he's based off of Chicago, and I live in Houston, and I have a terrible connection to him. I have never played such terrible games while under his host. I mean, I struggled to go positive, and I'm sure some people are like, whoa, really? But I mean, yeah, connection plays a huge role in first-person shooters, and with dedicated servers, you actually get to pick what server you connect to, as opposed to being at the mercy of random matchmaking, you know? And this is especially true if you're on PSN, because, I mean, when I was playing on PSN, I was thrown into European and Australian lobbies like it was nobody's business. I mean, playing on a 2-bar connection is one of the most frustrating things you can do to yourself. So, you know, dedicated servers bring customization to the gameplay, you know, the ability to choose what you want to play with all the, you know, like I said, rule sets and maps and all that good stuff, you know. Would you disagree with that being on console? I mean, if you do, I would love to hear your reasoning for it. I really would. And moving on to user-created content, and this is from my own experience. The PC game that, you know, that I really started on was Battlefield 1942. And when that game was really popular 7 years ago, there were 2 mods that I played that I played on top of the core game. And these 2 mods were Desert Combat, which was, say, a modern warfare version of Battlefield 1942, and Eve of Destruction, which was a Vietnam mod. And these mods were free of charge. They were made, you know, of a community of modders, a team of guys, you know, it could be anywhere from 1 guy to 10 guys, and they all made this free of charge, of their own free will, and at the expense of their own free time for the player base to enjoy freely. And what these modders did, what Desert Combat and Eve of Destruction did, was they, you know, it was like, if you played those, it was like playing a completely different game. What Desert Combat did was, it introduced, like, because at the time, you know, the Afghanistan war was going on, and it introduced new weapons, new vehicles, and new maps, and it also revamped the current maps that Battlefield 1942 came with new vehicles and new weapons. You know, it was like playing a completely different game, free of charge. That is fucking awesome. And what Eve of Destruction did was pretty much the same thing, except that it didn't revamp old maps. It had, I'm gonna say 10 or so. Probably more like 8, but you get the idea. It had 8 brand spanking new maps that these people made, and yeah, on top of new guns and new vehicles, it was like playing a completely different game. Yeah, like I said, cracktastic today. So yeah, it's dedicated servers and user-created content add for a whole new level of replayability and customization that should be in every game these days. And you know, I couldn't make any sense of why Infinity Ward would choose to, you know, remove these 2 things, and then I was reading through the dig comments, and one guy said, and you know, it made it so perfectly clear, they wanted to make money off of DLC. And if you have people making their own maps and all that, you know, they're not going to make as much money with DLC. And I saw this a few months ago. I saw a trailer for a map pack that was Vietnam-styled Call of Duty 4 maps, and what he did was he revamped Backlot. He turned it into a nighttime map, and he made it look, you know, real jungle-ish. You know, it looked fucking cool. You know, I would love to play that map. I mean, would you rather play, you know, a Vietnam-style version of Backlot or play Creek? I mean, I believe that most people hate Creek, but yeah. Infinity Ward has taken the path of greed at the expense of the PC player base, and I feel for you PC guys, I really do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll have the article, the dig article in the in the description. So yeah, feel free to check that out, and feel free to share your thoughts on the matter. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace out.